Aquarius, Pisces, cusp to your new moon in Taurus reading. This is going to be done with chakras, getting 2 readings done in one. Hope you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day. To all you mothers out there, I had a beautiful Mother's Day and birthday. Did get a new camera, got a new tablecloth, and we got this new tree, guys. So, and a bunch of new candles. So let's get started over here. Okay, so we do have this beautiful Taurus card coming out, which is representing this new moon in Taurus. This is all about grounding, stability, planting new seeds for the long-term growth related to your finances, self-worth, and of course your pleasures, material, etc. Due to this is also ruled by Venus. She loves it all. But what really makes May 2026 new moon unique is the conjunction with Uranus this year, the planet of sudden change and disruptions. So it really wants to disrupt a lot of things. And then, of course, it's got that Gemini in it, which is getting ready for Gemini season. So they're working in a lot of air energy this year. This could mean, though, unexpected new beginnings that are shaking up your ideas of security, pushing you out of that comfort zone, really finding your value and what means you're really looking for. Like, what is the meaning to things? How am I going to do this? It's going to bring in a lot of financial value for you. Opening up the heart to a lot of situations for true meaning. So let's get in here and see how it might affect you. Getting straight in here to, let's use a moon card first, and then we'll go on to the chakras, and then an oracle card. And then, of course, some tarot. Okay, guys. Best moon for Aqua Pisces. Best moon. Fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries coming out for you. Getting a couple of tarot cards on this. Talking about, just 1 second before we get to the chakras, I just want to say something within the Taurus to this Aries energy, this fiery climax. It's really experiencing for you, Aries, Aqua Pisces, excuse me, this high frequency, this like spiritual upgrade. A couple of chakra cards, please. Crown chakra, yep. Spiritual upgrade, knew it. Going straight into the knowing over here. And base chakra, definitely going to put that underneath the Taurus. Yeah, you're definitely bridging between your Aquarius vision and your Pisces divine compassion. It's almost like you're reaching some kind of boiling point over here that demands this total presence of you, but yet keeping yourself very grounded for the situation. You're going to probably have some kind of epiphany that's coming around this new moon. And it could hit, you know, the 15th. The new moon is the 16th, but this epiphany could hit anytime between now and, you know, the new moon, even after the new moon on the 17th. It literally could just be like boom, because you have that presence, especially when that moon starts opening up that portal. You're going to start feeling like maybe you're channeling better. Your psychic awareness could be a lot better, because it wants you to act on your spiritual insights now. It'll be slow and steady. It's Taurian energy, but you have all this air between the Gemini and, of course, that Uranus coming through, which is Uranus is one of your signs. That's the Aquarius sign. So it says, I'm putting you in this place of demand. So it's going to be a climax. Absolutely. But it's also saying, where is the fire meeting the earth? Where is the fire coming down to the ground for the stability? Because, I mean, it's still going to be hitting the root chakra. But this could be destabilizing, you know, because it could feel like a rocket launch just... And, you know, if your roots are not grounded the way they need to be grounded, the whole thing can just fall over like that tower. It's going to give you a tower moment. I think it just come, you know, crumbling down. Excuse me, guys. And the new moon in Taurus is trying to ground that fire. So at this time, you're going to probably feel like you're more tired. Make sure you are hydrated. Make sure that you are keeping your routine base, right? But you're definitely going to feel this intense spiritual kind of heat coming through, you know, your crown chakra into that knowing. And you might even know, guys, your psychic awareness, your intuition might even tell you it's not built solid, and I know it's going to fall. I'm waiting for it to fall, or I know it's going to collapse. I got this feeling. Okay. Get an oracle card. Yeshe Tsogyal, also known of the mother of Tibetan Buddhism, the Lady of the Lotus born. She's the symbol of enlightenment through the experience. We're talking about enlightenment. We're talking about being in that notice, or in that knowing. And knowing and noticing that things may not be as stable as I want them to be. She's the sovereign queen of the spiritual realm. She's going to represent the union of the passion of the fire and the water within you. That's going to be, right, this fire that's coming through you at this time, but yet using your Pisces wisdom. But she is representing the fire and the water. So I think it's interesting you had the fire and the water. So it's like, huh, that's awesome. It's like, whoa, okay. I just realized I was like, if she's representing fire, you got fire and water. Okay. But I like this card because this card's the card that represents that, you know, she didn't just meditate through life. You know, she lived through those tribulations, through those trials. And then she turned around and she took them and she turned them into terma, which is the hidden treasures. You know, she's there to help you translate this fiery climax into the treasure that you deserve. Even if it's going to wipe down something, even if it's going to take away something, even if it, you know, she's here to help you build. She reminds you that your spiritual power is rooted in your physical experience. I mean, so you're going to have this massive spiritual light bulb go off in your head. That's, if anything, it's just going to brighten everything, even when things don't feel good, even when you know that things are collapsing, even when you know you're going through this trial and this tribulation. This is where the aha kind of moment comes through so that you can build stronger. Bridging yourself between the worlds, right? Turning your struggles into some kind of, well, according to her, into sacred wisdom. So you could say building a better foundation. Get some tarot cards. Four of Swords. Yeah, there's that that rest, because you're going through this place where you're definitely going to need to rest. You're going to probably feel very tired at this time as you're going through this transformation, where you're grounding yourself to make miracles into reality as things are falling apart, having a huge judgment call. Wow. Wow. To the Magician. Making magic. There it is. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a fascinating pull if you think about it. You know, the Four of Swords to the Crown. I mean, the more I just sit over here and look at it, it's almost like your mind might go into this place of forced stillness. Just, I need to rest. I need to sleep. And that's good, though, because if you had any anxieties, it's all falling away. It's all going away. So that way you can rest your mind. You can find the stillness within yourself. Especially if you've been really restless lately. You're finally going to get that good night's sleep that you've been looking for, as this is being all pulled away from you. It's also a card of meditation. You could meditate if you want to, right? To peak that energy of that intuition. But it's also saying, though, too, that your brain needs to go offline to integrate what's coming towards you. You're really not meant to do anything with this fire just yet. You are meant to kind of sit with it at the temple of your mind, just kind of sitting, pondering, but yet resting, but not really super thinking, because if you're super thinking, you become restless again. It says, meditate, go to sleep. If you guys need help with meditating, I always have the second channel. I made it for this channel, so if you guys are interested in meditating, going to sleep, having insomnia, I have all the music, all the relaxing, all the meditation needs. We'll just say that because that's really what it says. That's what the channel is. You guys can also click there. It's in the description area. It's also on my homepage as well. It can help you go to sleep. I actually use it a lot for myself. It doesn't have any ads or anything because it's not monetized. So you're not, you know, it's funny. I think there is one video that wants to keep popping ads up, and I don't even understand why, but whatever. It's like one of 200 or something that I have up. But yeah, so you don't have to worry about any interference of that. To the Judgment. Judgment says this is your spiritual awakening. It's actually hitting that, there it is. Hitting that's physical foundation. It's almost like it's saying, rise and shine, beauty, sleeping beauty. Because when this happens, you can rest, but then when the trumpet blares, it's going to let you know that you're now in this new moon reset. It's saying it's not just change in habits, it's a total resurrection of your purpose. Judgment call. Rising you from the dead. Shedding off this old into this new, beautiful you. Complete resurrection of what's going on. The tower falls, it's building a new tower. Stronger. Complete resurrection. Oh man, that's awesome. And then, if you know, you have the Magician over here, on top of Yeshe over here. The ultimate bridge between the crown, the tools you need, their manifestations. I mean, these two together are pretty much telling you, my friends, okay, that you no longer are a student. You are now the co-creator. You're going straight into that Venus energy as well as co-creator. Because not only is the Magician a co-creator, Venus is a co-creator and a procreator. So she does all the creating. She can do both. That's how awesome she is. Right? The Magician says you wield the magic within yourself. You have all the tools in your own toolbox. right? Venus says, hey, I manifest from just thinking about shit. You know, like, that's what I do, right? But I also procreate, right? She gives birth, birthing of new ideas. You give it to the magician, he can wield it all in his box. Wow, you know? And then together, it's just like, boom, you're magical. You're a wizard, right? You're doing stuff. So you're learning to manifest by staying still, listening to the call of the judgment, and then using, right, all your tools in your toolbox to shape your reality. Right? But it's also a card of action. But, you know, words are action. Remember, words are louder than thinking, though, guys, okay, when it comes to manifestation. So really, I mean, thinking is good, but the frequencies of thinking is not as strong as your voice, right? So just always remember that, though, okay? Even if you're silently saying it out loud, it's still louder than your thoughts, okay? You don't have to go screaming it to the heavens, okay? Not unless your heart's really on fire. Not unless you really want to, right? Because it's all frequency. It's just about which frequency's higher. Your voice is higher. So, I mean, you know, if anything, this is, you know, you really showing that you're in tune to having the power and turning divine lightning into this kind of earthly gold, the treasure, the Yeshe treasure. Turning my hardships into gold. Saying I'm not going to just give up just because it was rough. I'm just going to let it crumble. It's okay. Wow, guys. And as I always say, guys, stop searching for the magic. Recognize you are the magic. There is no, you know, there is no genie in a lamp. The genie is within your mind. It's within your heart. It's within your soul. You hold the magic within. It's not something that you go out and find, you know, in some piece of paper or a magic lamp. Okay? Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.